Hello friends, peace be upon you all. Sometimes we come across images where the skin texture is not clear, or that texture is not noticeable. Either it's the photographer's fault, or the mistake of the person who processed this image. That is, the skin was smoothed so much that the texture of the skin was no longer clear, as you can see in this image. So, we won't import anything into Photoshop to create the skin texture. And how to create skin texture using Photoshop. And we will adjust the texture to this image. So, let's start the video. As I have already mentioned about the skin texture of this image, skin texture is not that good. We will open a new document to create the skin texture. Go to File, then click on New. Here the width 100, height 100 pixels, and the resolution will be 72 pixels/inch. Its color mode will be RGB color, 8-bit. In background contents we will choose Custom. The HSB values in this will be something like this. The value of the hue will be 0, the value of the saturation will be 0%, and the brightness will be 50%. Having 50% brightness means it will be 50% gray. After clicking OK, this document will be created. So, this will become a small box of gray color as a new document. Now, we will go to Filter, then click on Filter Gallery. Here is the texture at the bottom. We will expand it. And from this we will select the texturizer. Here, we want to see the light source of our image. That is, from which direction is the light coming in the image. In this image, the light is coming from the top left. So, we'll select the top left in the light here. We will keep the scaling at 100%. We will keep the relief amount 7 and adjust it later. This amount should be between 5 to 7. Here we will select Texture, Sandstone. And after that we will click on OK. This way, this texture will be applied to the gray box we created. Now, go to Edit, then click on Define Pattern. We call it Skin Texture and then click on OK. This document is no longer needed. So let's close it here. Nor does it need to be saved. Now, we will create a pattern layer. And from here we will choose the pattern. Finally, you will see the pattern we just created. We will keep its scale at 100% and the angle will remain 0 degrees. Leave the rest of the settings as they are, and click OK. So, this pattern has been applied to the entire image. We will change its blend mode to Overlay. Now zoom in on the image, and you will see a texture on her skin. Here, texture is also visible inside the nostrils. You can see this by enabling and disabling the layer. But this skin texture is also visible inside the nostrils and on eyes. While this texture should not be visible in these places. Right-click on this layer and click on Rasterize Layer. Then open the blending options for this layer. Here we will use the sliders of the underlying layer in the Blend If. Move the black slider to the right and observe the image. You will see that it is removing texture. From the nostrils, we will adjust the sliders here for a smooth transition. Now you can see that there is no texture on the nostrils. We will do the same for the light parts. We will move the white slider to the left. And we'll keep an eye on where the texture is decreasing. And now we'll give a smooth transition here. And you can see that there isn't as much texture on the white areas. After adjusting, we will click OK. This texture is still there on the eyes. And with that, it has been applied to the entire image. But if your image is such that this texture can be applied, then there is no problem. Anyway, we have removed the texture from the hair. That is, the black parts, by Blend If. Now, select the Layer Mask thumbnail. And we'll select the Brush tool here. The hardness of the brush will be kept at 0%. We will adjust the brush size here. It should be noted that your foreground color should be black. And inside the eyes where we don't want texture, we'll paint with the brush. And in the areas where we don't want texture, we'll apply strokes with brush. In addition to removing texture from the eyes, this texture should also be removed from the lips. You also know that skin texture doesn't apply to lips. So, with the help of a brush, we will remove this texture from the lips as well. Now look carefully, this was smooth skin before. And this is the image with the skin texture afterwards. You won't see this texture on the hair, because we have already removed the texture from the hair by using Blend If. Now, there are some areas where we want the texture blur to appear. So, now select the upper layer thumbnail. And then select the Blur tool. We will keep its mode at normal and strength at 50%. And we will stroke the areas where the texture should appear blurry. It's up to you to blur the areas that need to be blurred. That is, those areas that are out of focus. As the texture at the throat should be blurry. This way you can blur texture and the edges of the skin that are in the image should also be slightly blurred. So, blur the edges a little with the help of the Blur tool. Then fit the image to the screen and then zoom in. So, where your texture should be blurry, it will be blurry. And where it should be prominent, it will be prominent. You can see the difference before and after. So, this is how we can create skin textures within Photoshop. You might like this video on creating skin texture. And if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.